I'm here with Jonathan from the Wall Street Journal in Beijing, giving you everything you need to know very quickly about Putin's visit here to China. Firstly, what does Putin want when he comes?
I think what Putin wants to show is he wants to show the war in Ukraine has now been going on for 4 years. Maybe it hasn't gone as well as he had hoped, but I still have the backing of Xi Jinping, one of the world's most powerful men, straight off hosting Donald Trump from the White House.
And in terms of the power dynamics between the two, President Xi Jinping trying to project that he is certainly the man to come and visit.
Yeah, he's now the center of the universe. He had Donald Trump, the world's most powerful man, come and visit him in Beijing. And 4 days later, he's got Vladimir Putin, his neighbor, another nuclear power, UN Security Council permanent member state. He's buddies.
Yeah, and what's the most important issue that they'll be discussing, do you think?
I think they're going to be sending, again, the same message that we saw with Xi and Trump, this rapprochement, this relationship, the close ties. I think that's really going to be the message more so than any policy.
And how do you think Washington will be looking at this meeting? I mean, President Trump might be feeling a little bit like, hey, I was just there, you were talking to me, and now you've got a new friend in town?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that is how he's going to be looking at it. And certainly if we see a deal inked between the two sides on the power of Siberia too, this is a natural gas pipeline, that will send a message that China and Russia want to get even closer at a time when perhaps the US is tangled up in Iran, but also Russia is tangled up in Ukraine.
And just a final word on China, what should we understand about its place in the world going forward?
Well, I think China is trying to say we are big boys diplomatically. We're no longer an isolated country. I think the US under Biden, under Trump, have tried to isolate China, and China is trying to say, no, we can host the biggest leaders on the biggest stage, and we can do it 4 days apart, one after another.
Jonathan, thanks very much.